out. We keep going this way a little further, just over the river and through the woods to the safe house. No! Good mother of pearl! Michael, come on! Don't look at them in the eyes. They don't understand that.
Since it's been majorly known and widespread a little over a year, obviously it started before that, no one knows for sure who was patient X or where ground zero was. But I'd say it's only been the past year and a half that it's really spread.
And how far were you from your safe house when you figured out that you might not make it?
About 20 miles from here. I remember when I grew up in this area, and I remember a lot of the people had old bomb shelters from the Cold War in the 50s, and I always thought to myself, wow, that makes such a cool, clubhouse. As I grew older, wow, such a cool place to smoke pot. I got a little older, wow, what if the world turned into a zombie apocalypse? Who knew that I'd be able to use it for all three? Place I used to work, there were a couple inklings there that something was wrong. A couple of people got a little surly, and not just in a hey, I'm been in prison kind of way, when they tried to eat you. My mechanic, which was sad because he was such a good mechanic, so I knew I wouldn't be able to get the same kind of service in my car anymore. The bar I used to go to was shut down because there was a brawl which ended in someone getting their neck bitten through. That's why you don't brawl with a zombie. This is my safe house, my fortress of zombitude, if you will. Got my government issue poster right here by the door when I head out. Make sure I review all the survival skills, traits, what exactly is necessary to kill a zombie. It's what separates the live, living people of the non-brain-eating variety from the zombie types, if you know what I mean. We've got this little bit of workout equipment here I brought in slowly from a house a couple doors down that was, the owner was obviously killed. I go out a little bit here, a little bit there, brought it in piece by piece, put it together. You have to stay in good shape if you're zombie fighting, obviously, because they may be slow, but they're strong little buggers. We've got the extra doors over here for reinforcements on the main door, just in case. Also, I get that screen door there. I like a little fresh air every now and then when I make sure there's no zombies around. Especially in the spring months. It gets a little stuffy down here after being cooped up all winter. I'm not sure how bears and caves do it. We've got the, obviously, the Stairmaster treadmill combo pre-core here, working out the legs and calves. You have to be able to outrun them. Some of them are surprisingly agile and fast. You wouldn't know it to look at them or to see it in the movies, but some of them are actually quite spry for being undead. Extra insulation for soundproofing, and also they don't feel pain, but that does annoy them when you take one of those, roll them up in it, and they get the little fiberglass shards all over their little face and in their decomposing parts. And they'll sit there and scratch for a while. It does distract them, so you can make a hasty getaway if need be. My zombie survival guide over here, which I always keep on hand. It's a little bedtime reading before I hit the hay at night. I'd show you some other things, but it is top secret. Some of the reasons I'm still alive today are to do with the items I have on the premises here. I'm not at liberty to show you.
How did you survive and others didn't?
I'd say it's because I'm a little more stealthy, a little more cautious, a little more guileful, full of guile. I know, for example, that zombies, like cats, are afraid of water. So if I knew they were close and I was near a body of water, I would take a hollowed out reed or a straw from Arby's, and I would go down below the surface of the water and breathe through the straw. And eyesight not very keen because this was a swimming pool. And they didn't see me, so not too hard. The government and the military did what they could initially. There were early warnings, which a lot of people ignored. I, of course, took it very seriously. They issued special instructions in case of, it's kind of like when tornado warnings, people kind of know how to avoid a tornado, but until they actually see one out their backyard, they don't really, do anything about it. I had my instructions posted, and just in case I would ever need to look over them. The vampire threat I unfortunately took a little more seriously and the wooden stakes in the corner of the facility here are doing me no good at all right now. We knew something was wrong. I had about 4 or 5 friends. We jumped into, my friend had one of those giant Sequoia, and we jumped into one of those and started driving. We ran out of gas quickly because he forgot to fuel up. And when I say quickly, we made it about 2 blocks away before the car started to sputter. From then on, it was just kind of every man for himself. One of my friends had a cast on his leg. He was the first to go. I don't want to say we abandoned him, but at the same time, it slowed them down. It helped us get further away. So I'd say after a while, it only became me. We tried to stay together, but different things. My iPod ran out of batteries. My friend wouldn't let me use his, so I kind of locked him out of the storm shelter one night. I haven't seen him since, but I was able to find his iPod, so win-win-win.
Is there anything you want to say to the other survivors out there?
No.